Police have praised the behaviour of those at Newcastle's New Year's Eve celebrations, with tens of thousands of people turning out, but only 5 arrests. Across the region, crowds flocked to free events, pubs and clubs to count down to 2024.
It was a cracker of a night. An estimated 30,000 people lined the foreshore in Newcastle for the 9 p.m. fireworks. While more than 15,000 packed the banks of the Hunter River in Maitland. And the sky also sparkled over Lake Macquarie and Port Stephens. The fireworks are a reward for dedicated revellers who turned out early to get the best seats in the house.
I think it's been about 2 hours now. 2 hours. It's a long way.
For those on the Newcastle foreshore, there was still plenty of entertainment in the lead up to the big show, including the thrilling aerial antics of pilot Paul Bennett. Along with fire dancing, carnival rides and plenty of tasty treats.
I had nachos, so those were pretty nice.
Family members enjoying an evening of fun, even the 4-legged ones. Some travelling hundreds of kilometres for one of Newcastle's biggest nights of the year.
We're holidaying here, so just came out to watch fireworks.
A much-needed boost for the local hospitality industry.
We have a bumper summer period, and that carries on to help through the winter.
After the family-focused start to the evening, many partygoers still went the distance.
I think the crowd's actually worn out. It's not even 12 o'clock yet.
And at the stroke of midnight, Novocastrians welcome 2024 with hugs and cheers. 3, 2, 1. Today, the celebrations continue at a more subdued pace. People making the most of the not-so-summery day to get the new year off to the right start.
Not the sunniest day, but we're making the most of it, having a picnic, using the barbecue over there.
Angie Davies, NBN News.
A teenager has been rushed to Gosford Hospital in a critical condition after being stabbed in the torso by a man at Ettalong Beach on the Central Coast. The incident happened on Warra Street at around 9 p.m. Police are investigating. A man's been refused bail in Newcastle local court after being accused of multiple firearms offences. Police pulled over a car at Lambton just before 9:30 last night and allegedly found a loaded rifle and ammunition inside. A 24-year-old was arrested and is now facing 5 charges, including acquiring a firearm and ammunition subject to a prohibition order. He's due back in court next week. Police allege a driver returned a blood alcohol reading of 6 times the legal limit after an incident at Newcastle's King Street McDonald's. Officers say they were called to the car park at around 10 a.m. yesterday following complaints of a man driving erratically and almost hitting the curb. A 50-year-old was arrested. He's due to face court next month. Hunter pharmacists have welcomed changes introduced today that see patients able to receive vaccinations at their local pharmacy for free. It's part of a push to save people money and free up GPs.
For years, vaccinations in pharmacies have come at a cost or a wait to see a GP. But now there's another free option.
All Australians will be able to ask their pharmacist for all vaccinations on the Commonwealth Government's National Immunisation Program.
The changes are designed to ease the pressure on GPs as patients in regional areas wait up to 4 weeks to secure an appointment. The move welcomed by Hunter pharmacists.
Pharmacies often are open, different hours, and this improves the accessibility and the convenience as well. So hopefully, it's a big win for the patients.
It's recognition for the skills that pharmacists already have and have been, showing to the community for years.
Medicare card holders will be able to access all vaccines on the NIP for free at pharmacies. including the influenza, pneumococcal and shingles vaccines for adults, the whooping cough vaccine for pregnant women, while routine vaccines are included for children too. The Pharmacy Guild says people now have greater choice for where they receive their vaccinations, with 6,000 pharmacies involved across the country.
If you want to know which pharmacies are providing access to these immunisations, you can go to findaPharmacy.com.au.
The reception to this change in stark contrast to another last year, when the federal government doubled the amount of medication some patients could get for a single script.
The reality is that doesn't help pharmacy economically.
Amber Griffin, NBN News.
Checking today's temperatures across the Hunter, and it was a mainly overcast day. 24 at Nobby's, 26 at Williamtown, while Nelson Bay reached 25 after a low of 21.
The Jets, men heading to the new year on the cusp of the top six after chalking up their first home win of the season. But the side will start 2024 without its leading goal scorer, who was sent off in his first game as captain.
Back into the starting side and straight onto the score sheet.
England's cross is brilliant, and Trent Bahaja does have the early goal for Newcastle.
Trent Bahaja setting up a 2-0 win with a first half brace.
Bahaja waiting this time, now shoots and scores.
We came out strong and got on the front foot and scored those 2 goals in that first half. So it's just good to get on with the job and finally win a game at home.
The Jets playing the final 37 minutes down a man after Apostolos Demetropoulos' first game as captain was cut short.
It's their leading scorer against his former club, who is sent off.
The 24-year-old wasn't the only one seeing red.
I think it was a bit harsh. I think if we're giving out cards, we're giving them out for some tackles that maybe deserve it.
It leaves the Jets without Demetropoulos and Reno Piscopo for Friday's clash against MacArthur, but Archie Goodwin is good to go.
He just got winded, he said, so a bit worried every time if he goes down. I get a bit concerned. I'm being conservative with him.
Down on troops, but the club could be heading into 2024 with a new owner, a potential buyer meeting with coach Rob Stanton last week.
I found it encouraging, and I think they look at what they want to do is good. It's a bit different, but I think it's forward thinking.
Still on the Jets, and of course, Newcastle's Gemma Simon has joined an exclusive club, becoming just the 6th player to reach 150 women's A-League games. The former Matilda bringing up the milestone during last night's 3-1 win over Adelaide.
Chasing back-to-back wins at home, the Jets launched an all-out assault.
Adelaide United are under the pump already.
But it was the visitors who struck first.
Dylan Holmes opens the scoring for Adelaide United.
Refusing to take a backward step, Newcastle continued to push forward.
Bauman, lovely ball over the top, finding Copus Brown who shoots and equalises for Newcastle.
Adelaide then left stunned.
No one was there to clear away for Adelaide, and Pryor says thank you very much.
The Jets started the second half in the same fashion. Serena Bolden firing home her 4th goal of the season.
Flag stayed down. Bolden makes it 3 for Newcastle. It is what she does.
The goals then stopped, but the cheers continued.
Gemma Simon, her 150th appearance.
The Newcastle product becoming just the 6th women's player to reach the milestone.
Michelle Heyman, Teresa Polias, Claire Polkinghorne, Caitlin Cooper, and now Gemma Simon.
The teammates pulling out all the stops to make it a winning afternoon.
And once again, delivering acrobatic from Melina Reyes.
NBN News. Get the full story at nbnnews.com.au. Your only local news service 7 days a week.